Good morning and welcome back. My name's Tom and I want to talk about how travel journalism is not reserved for the pros, it's for everyone, it's for you. Well, how can I say that? Because of these two magazines. I was 15 years old. 15 years old. How can a 15-year-old get published in a magazine? Okay? And that was here in Norway, my own country. And this was my first travel mini expedition abroad. I was 19 years old, and this is the biggest magazine in Norway. It has 600,000 readers. Okay, Norway's a small country, 5 million people. Okay, so extremely small. But even in Norway, there's two magazines that want to buy stories of a little shit kid who hardly knows how to write. And we didn't even have GPT or AI Gemini or whatnot at that time. It was just me with an idea and drive. And I was decent at taking photos, which absolutely helps. So, first one, 15 years old. We built a bike track at home in the woods above our forest, and we really like mountain biking. Okay, actually this story I didn't even write it. I wrote half of it. I wrote it together with another guy who was a bit older. That makes sense probably, because you're not that good at writing when you're 15, but it was my story. It was our track at home, and I co-wrote it. Yeah, I remember because I wrote all the text for the photos, and I wrote the info box, and I wrote the... Point is, I was 15 years old. I wasn't a pro at all, but I was decent at taking photos, and I had an idea. My idea was, there's not a lot of mountain biking going on in my hometown. It's a small place. And most of the mountain biking happens on the other end of the country in Oslo. So, just the fact that there's not a lot of trails here makes the story unique, because they're trying to cover the whole country. They're trying to be interesting for the different demographics here and there, because mountain biking is niche. Mountain biking in Norway is very niche, but still there's a magazine that's willing to pay $100 per page, $400 to publish a 15-year-old's photographs and partly text. Zoom a couple of years forward, fast forward a couple of years, spool, not zoom. I went to Africa with 8 of my greatest best friends, for one of the greatest experiences in my life. We rented motorbikes, and stupid as we were, 19-year-old, we said we're going to drive onto the savannah, because there was a guy who'd been living there for a year, our friend, who said that, you see that mountain there? Yeah, we see it on the horizon. Behind that mountain, there's a new mountain, so when we get to that mountain, we'll see where we're going. We didn't know where we were going, but we rented our motorbikes, one each, 8 guys, travelling out onto the savannah. And, yeah,